Hey guys, it's Tammy. I'm in my car and I'm actually at Chick-fil-A in the drive-thru line, so I might have to pause for a second. But I just, as I'm sitting here in the drive-thru, I thought of a really great business lesson that you can learn from Chick-fil-A. Hang on for a second. Hi. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. You do the same. Perfect. Look at that. Okay, so in LA, if you go to Chick-fil-A, because Chick-fil-A has not been in Los Angeles for that long, so if you go to Chick-fil-A in Los Angeles at any moment of any given day, and this is any Chick-fil-A, honestly, the line is around the freaking building, right? The line is absolutely around the building. But this is what they do. It's so great. They have people outside walking up to your car, taking your order so that you get started in the process. Because a lot of times if people are just sitting there waiting in line, they'll move or they'll leave and get out of the line and go someplace else. But the way that they keep the customers in place, even though there's 30 freaking cars in line, is they'll go ahead and get your order started. So somebody will come to your car and take your order, and then they'll say, when you pull up around the corner, somebody else will give you your receipt, right? And then you got to pull up a little bit further around the building to actually get your food. All right, so how do we use this as business owners? I call it, back in the day, the black hairstylist method. So back in the day, they don't do this very much anymore, but back in the day, when you used to go to a beauty salon, at least I can only speak for hair salons because that's where I go, they would, as soon as you got there, they would wash your hair. So they would wet your hair. So they knew that as long as they got your hair wet, you weren't going to go anywhere. And then they would keep you there for 8 freaking hours. You'd be sitting under the dryer. You'd be sitting there with your hair wet, waiting to get under the dryer. Then you got to wait an hour under the dryer. And then somebody will come over and they're like, oh, your hair is still wet. It's not dry yet. So you got to get back under the dryer. And then before you know it, freaking 7-8 hours pass and you're still getting your hair done. So I call that lock the customer in. Lock the customer in. For some of you, you guys might be entrepreneurs, you might have your own business, coaching businesses, that kind of thing. And you may have a program that doesn't start until, let's say, October, but you got people who want to work with you right now. So think about Chick-fil-A. Like, how do they lock the customer in so that you don't leave? They give you something that makes you feel like you're already working in your process. So those of you who are coaches out there, those of you who are speakers, authors, and you're trying to get people to stay acclimated even though your program may not start for another couple months, think about some get ready work that you can go ahead and have them do. Think about some sheets, some things that they can start working on daily that'll get them into the system of the program so that they don't drop off and go to somebody else. That's my little business tip. Keep the fish on the hook. Yes, William Hawk. Keep the fish on the hook. Just like Chick-fil-A. They're like, we know the line is around the building, but you ain't getting away from us. We're going to go ahead and take your order. Okay, so how can you take their orders? How can you make them feel like even though there is a long wait, that you are already working on serving them? How can you make your people feel that way? All right, that's my Facebook Live scope for the day. I'll see you guys later.